Welcome back, Bobcat Nation.
I'm MaKenna Manti.
And I'm Elena Trask.
And you're watching The Sage. The construction of the new Performing Arts Center has led wood boards to be put up to protect the school from dust and debris. The wooden boards may be practical, but they're not a pretty entrance for a school.
But thanks to Mrs. Herrick and the art program, a project has launched with the intent to turn the walls into something special. Shaker Bear brings us the update. Let's take a look.
The art department decided to create a masterpiece out of the construction wall.
Really, we had a blank canvas. We had this giant space that goes all the way around our building, and it was just blank and empty. And although the wood looked really pretty, it was this blank canvas and this opportunity to work outside, work on a larger scale, and to really be outside of the classroom.
A couple of students in art class stated their opinion of the project.
So the favorite thing on the wall would have to be the squid. I like the squid just because it's really nice to look at, and I like to call it Marcus. Every day I'm walking to Miss Herrick's room, I see Marcus, and it's a great way to start my day.
Working on the wall really brought another artistic aspect to Sage, and the way I would look and see classmates working on it, being so happy, fulfilled almost, that they're working and contributing to the school in such a positive artistic way.
The theme was our ever-changing world, and I asked my students to interpret that, and my students interpreted that in many different ways, but we were able to categorize that into pretty much 3 different ways. One was more realistic, like landscape, like here's where we live, the beauty of our local landscape. One of them was really out there, wild, like space type of theme, and the other one was kind of based more on cartoons, and students were reflecting on their life as a child and how their lives have developed over time.
Students were able to express their creativity through colorful paintings. Shaker Bear, reporting for the Sage News.
Thanks, Shay, and thank you, artists. We can't wait to see the final product.
Last week, Mr. Feeberg won District Teacher of the Year, a first for Sage Creek High School.
Congratulations to Mr. Feeberg.
Let's take a look at how he became Teacher of the Year, brought to us by Alex Barati and Jack Lieberman.
Thank you.
Mr. Feeberg's pretty great. He really helps us out because we're working on coding right now. He's just been going through the whole process with us, and he's super knowledgeable of all the stuff that we're doing right now. And it's great to have a teacher that can really help you out. I believe Mr. Feeberg earned the Teacher of the Year award because he really helps out his students, and he's super in depth. When you have a question, he'll really explain it to you, and he's just a great guy.
I think Mr. Feeberg deserves Teacher of the Year because he really lets his students explore in his classroom, like learn by doing rather than learning by lecturing, for example. He really spends a lot of time doing things like lab reports where the students inquire their own questions and stuff like that, which allows us to learn in much more ways than just a lecture. He's actually taught me in like 4 different classes over the course of the 4 years in different subjects like physics and engineering, and in all of the classes he's really been inspirational to me because I look up to him and how he's, even though he's not necessarily like an engineer or a physics major, he's been able to teach me all these things. It really helps me look up to him.
I believe Mr. Feeberg deserves to win Teacher of the Year because I had the opportunity to work with him last year teaching honors chemistry, and he is just an amazing colleague to work with. He's a great collaborator. He just has a great reputation with the students. Students really value his opinion. I feel fortunate to work with him, and I know everybody on campus does too. So that's why I think Mr. Feberg rocks.
Well, I mainly think Feberg earned that title is because he's a really great guy and can really connect, to the students here at Sage Creek. He's been here since day one. But honestly, I don't really know why. He's pretty bad at golf too. Yeah, and AP Physics right now, he kind of just stands there, doesn't really know what he's doing, He's kind of a weird guy. Like, I don't really get it. But yeah, apparently he won Teacher of the Year. I guess we're just gonna have to roll with it. Good job, Feberg. Yes, that's all I gotta say.
Oh, yeah, that kid did super nice. It's fine. It happened just last week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I didn't count.
Thanks, Jack and Alex, for the in-depth look at what makes Mr. Feberg our Teacher of the Year.
Up next, the Sage Spotlight by Kylie Valencia and Madison Gerlitz.
This week's feature is on sophomore athlete Danny Rubin.
Let's dive in.
I'm Danny Rubin, I'm a sophomore, and this is my story.
As Danny Rubin comes up to the final 400 meters, he runs as fast as he can to overcome the pain from dashing 2 straight miles. With that, he becomes ranked the 3rd fastest sophomore in the nation.
We got a really fun team. I love all the teammates. I like going on mileage runs out there, and I love having good races.
Danny wouldn't be where he is today without his coach, Jacob Faring.
He's a lot of competition, It's great because we're not racing, we're not any workouts, so they'll push each other, So we have him and Bo are ranked number 1, number 2 in the county right now for the 3,200. So 2 fastest kids in the county in the same team, so they really push each other in workouts, push each other in races, stuff like that. So definitely helps create a competitive environment for the team. So.
Aside from being a star athlete, Danny is also the president of our school's Young Life Club.
The Young Life is a worldwide organization. It's a ministry for high schoolers. My dad has actually been a part of it for about 20 years now. And so as soon as I got into high school, we started a club. And basically, Monday nights, everyone comes to my house, we hang out, have a good time. My dad says a message.
Close friend Harrison Logan has accompanied Danny throughout his Young Life journey.
So I actually became involved in Young Life through Danny. He being one of my best friends, his dad running it and that kind of stuff. I kind of was there when it started.
Running is a huge part of Danny's life. However, he wants to be known as more than just a runner.
A lot of people think of me as the fast runner guy, and that's all good, but I also want people to think of me as the guy who invited them to Young Life, who got them into the great group we had, so that they ended up having a great time in high school. I just want to be thought of as the guy who invited them. That's my goal.
Thanks for tuning in. This has been Madison Gerlitz and Kylie Valencia reporting for The Sage. See you next time, Bobcats.
Thanks, Kylie and Madison, for this week's Sage Spotlight. Next is our sports recap.
The season is just beginning for Sage Creek's spring sports.
Last night, boys varsity baseball lost 5-2 against San Pasquale, but are now looking to start a streak with their game tomorrow against RBV at Sage Creek, and then again on Saturday against Classical Academy.
If the game doesn't get rained out. Yesterday, men's volleyball won against Mount Carmel 3-1, and then they play LCC tomorrow at home. Wish them luck and get to their game at 5.
Boys tennis has a home game against CCA tomorrow. Best of luck.
That's all we have for you this week, Bobcats.
Remember, it's a marathon, not a sprint. I'm Elena Trask.
And I'm MaKenna Manti.
And you're watching The Sage.